What's going on? Is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I am leaving a Sky Club here in Miami and heading to Detroit. Got some business deals and some things on the way, but more importantly, there's some important business that we need to tap into, and it's that Elon Musk has decided to terminate the deal that he was going to buy Twitter. I think that that's absolutely groundbreaking news. One of the biggest pieces of news, both in the technology and the financial world, that we have seen thus yet this year, I think. One of the biggest things. And is actually the biggest announcement, in my opinion, since he announced that he was going to buy Twitter. A lot of people were up in arms about it. I remember the board tried to reject him initially because I don't know why they was trying to reject it at the price that he was trying to buy it at. I am about to get on a plane. Of course I'm flying first class. But again, him terminating the deal is a big deal because it completely, what's going on, my friend? It completely disrupts what was going on with regard to the political landscape. A lot of people thought that he was going to buy it and then unban Trump and then unban all of the Republicans. Trump was saying that he would never jump back on Twitter because he was promoting his own platform, Truth Social. And, you know, it was just a lot going on with that whole situation. But then, on the heels of that announcement, the Twitter board also announced that they planned on pursuing legal action to force him to go ahead and go through with the transaction. So I think that that's a big deal, right? I don't know what the share price is going to go to. He cited the whole idea that Twitter wasn't giving away enough information in order for him to make an informed decision. One of the things that he highlighted with that, he thought that the bots on the platform that was parading around as monetized users, meaning users that they could actually make money on, was closer to 20%. Twitter was saying that it's less than 5%, but he was saying that he wanted information in order to continue to go through with the deal. I think that Twitter does have more than 5% bots. I just really started signing up and using the service. The first time that I signed up and used the service was actually with my daughter's school, when they started doing a lot of school closings and they had the whole COVID thing. And so Rita signed up, and then I recently signed up from a business perspective to start to keep in touch with the subscribers. But, you know, he said that, and then he said that Twitter's, the company wouldn't give him the information in a timely manner. And then more importantly, he also cited that Twitter's finances and the falling share price, so to speak, wasn't what it needed to be. So I think that this is, again, big news, bombshell news. I'd like to know what you guys think. And again, Twitter's board is highlighting that they plan on going after him, not just for the $1 billion termination fee, but they plan on making him go through with the deal altogether. Again, which is really weird because I just seen the CEO saying that he's going to go through basically hell and high water to make sure that this deal goes through. And then in addition to that, they didn't even want to do it at the price that they asked them to do it for in the beginning. They didn't want to do it in the beginning. But now all of a sudden they want to start having conversations about forcing them to go through with the deal. Partially because at the time that he made the offer, the stock market wasn't in the tank, right? It wasn't in the tank, wasn't a piece of trash, and everything was cool and everything was on the up and up. Now that we're facing a recession and things is going bad, everybody want to have a conversation about share price and making sure that they can maximize what they get out of that deal. I don't personally believe that he's going to be forced to do so. Experts is on both sides of the field saying that, that he signed an agreement saying that unless something changes from a business perspective, a big change within it, that he would still be forced to do it. But then on the flip side, a lot of people are saying that as long as he executes the agreement and doesn't pay the termination fee, or he pays the termination fee, he should be able to get out of it. I think that, and I think that this is going to be a long court battle, so we're going to be watching this for a long time. I believe that he's going to get out of it, not going through with the deal, because even if it costed him $1 billion, worst case scenario, if it costed him $1 billion, then that would mean that he's still capitalizing off the idea that it didn't cost him at the share price that he agreed to pay for it. The other side of the agreement is I believe that he has enough resources and he has enough, and he's informed enough and have the right people around him, and that he feels confident that this would have been a bad deal at the price that he would have did it. Now I'm trying to understand why he bought 10% of the company before he decided to do that. but that's an entirely different conversation. But if you remember, he had been privately buying up Twitter way before he had proposed to buy the company and take it private. But then eventually he got to the point to where he had bought so much of the company that he had to disclose that he was a majority shareholder, and he held, you know, as many shares as he did, and then obviously he would probably get certain seats on the board and all of that other type of stuff. But again, I'm curious as to what you guys think. I'm looking forward to getting home. I'm looking forward to having a good time and getting back to my Benz. Hopefully they're giving me the run around with the Porsche because it was in the shop and we supposed to be getting that taken care of. So, you know, life is good though. Life is awesome. I'm glad that I don't own any Twitter shares. I'm wondering if you guys own any Twitter shares, and if you, how do you feel about the deal? Would you have liked to take in the company private? And even if you don't own any Twitter shares, how do you think that this was going to affect what's going on in the political landscape? You got midterms coming up, and then in a couple of years you got the national election. We all know that Joe Biden's numbers is plummeting, and it's not the best situation at all right? So again, I want to know what you guys think. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the Patreon. We got some absolutely awesome things going on in there. I believe I have one of the most awesome Patreons, bar none. There is nobody that has a better Patreon than me. So make sure you check that out. I'm taking them through building a business, and it's absolutely awesome. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you need to kick it with me personally, you can go to my website, AntonDaniels.com, or you can email me at AntonDaniels413@gmail.com. If you want a Zoom call, you want a personal call, make sure you tap in with me. I'm gonna make sure that you're taken care of and that everything is going to be all right. Big deal, very, very big deal. And I don't know my seat number. Okay, I got it now. I'm good. All right, we good, family. We good, ladies and gentlemen. Looking forward to taking this flight home. Been on planes back and forth. Then next weekend we got the Patreon meetup. The couple weeks after that we're gonna be in Atlanta. But prior to that, I got another business trip that I gotta take. So every weekend I feel like I'm on a plane. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all later. Peace.